Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? I actually wanted to point out something that I don't think some of you know, that I have a link in my description to my Discord, and if you're coming to hang out there, you can always get deck help, and I have a membership here on YouTube that gets you access to extra videos. You can kind of contribute to what's on the channel, and you can even submit deck lists to me directly if you want to get help, and sometimes, like today, if something cool comes through, we actually get to feature it on the channel. Now, this particular deck, we did a stream a couple days ago where we were helping people with Bloomburrow decks, and this is just a quirky idea I wanted to pay some love to because it uses Ygra, and we haven't used her yet, or him, or it, anyway, this season. So I wanted to take a look at this because it's got an interesting combo. It's John Mill, and I believe this came from Moose Thompson. I'm sorry if I got the wrong person. I didn't take notes while we were streaming, but I think that's who it was for. So let's get into the deck list here. We actually have some Annihilating Glare, which obviously we need to sacrifice things, but we will be making a lot of treasure, so we should have some artifacts to sacrifice. We have Greedy Freebooter, which does a lot of work in here. You'll see what we're talking about here in a second. But one of the interesting cards in this list is Scavenger's Talent. Now, this does a few different things. It can produce an extra artifact for us when we have something die in the form of food, which is great because we have things that care about artifacts. But additionally, when we sacrifice a permanent, we actually get to mill the opponent for 2 cards. And we're going to be able to mill for a lot of cards potentially. Other things that actually sacrifice themselves in the deck are Haywire Might, that happens to also be an artifact. We have Teething Wormlet, and these are all cards that actually do pretty good work against like mono red and things too. Tarian's Journal, this is a fun one because we're usually just going to be sacrificing food or treasure to be able to draw a card, but we can actually transform this and then be able to play creatures out of our graveyard. I don't know how often we'll need to, but it's actually pretty cool. We have Charming Scoundrels, another way to dig, but also make treasure. And we have Legion Extruder, one of my favorite cards from the previous set. This works as early removal, but also lets us keep sacrificing a thing and making another body, which kind of fuels the plan. And then kind of the other big part of the combo here is Pitiless Carnage. Now, you can sacrifice any number of permanents you control when you cast this, which can literally be your lands and everything. But if you remember when we were talking about the Scavenger's Talent, whenever we sacrifice a permanent, we get to mill the opponent for 2 cards. So if we have multiples of this, that works a lot better. But even with the singular one, we can take all those treasure, all those food, everything we've been making, sacrifice all of it, and mill the opponent out. Crazy way to mill somebody, but hey, we'll see if we can do it. And then we still have some other real cards, if you want to call them that, in Decadent Dragon, which is pretty sweet. We can use this to get cards from the opponent, or just attacking and producing more treasure that eventually is going to get sacrificed. And then, of course, Ygra, Eater of All. This kind of allows everything to be a treasure, which isn't in and of itself crazy, but it does give us more artifacts that triggers more things, so why not? And it's a big 6/6. Now, all that being said, I have no idea how this is going to work out, so we'll see. It looks very fun, so yeah, just strap yourselves in. This is going to be a fun ride. And if you want to build this, at the end of the video, we'll have a link down in the description. It'll take you to Moxfield, a channel sponsor, where you can download this and try it for yourself. For now, though, let's go see if Ygra works with this Squirrel's Talent to actually mill the opponent the way we want to. We can't keep this. This has to be bad. Like, this feels better. So let's keep this, put one of the talents back in, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so we can go Scavenger's Talent, or I mean, into Haywire Might. I mean, I guess that's cool. Oh, short bow. All right. I mean, maybe we can kill a short bow if that's necessary. Intriguing. What was that action about? Let's make a treasure. And we'll attack. Nothing? That's a very peculiar nothing. We're going to flash something in then here, right? No. Weird. Oh my gosh. What are we about to get wrecked by? What even is this thing? Whenever Seed Pod Squire attacks. Alright. Target you control without flying gets 3. Alright, it's a wild bird. Literally. Let's go ahead and go get a swamp. Alright, we got the swamp. We can sack this to get rid of that. Actually, if I'm going to do that, let's level this up. Let's make a treasure. Let's sack a treasure. So we can keep attacking here. Alright. Then we have some triggers to go milling. Oh my gosh, they're doing all they're just Bloomburrow deck. Alright, they're just doing all the Bloomburrow things. There's a bat, a rabbit, a bird. Oh, okay, I see. So you're using the birds to pump up the... Okay, I got it. So it's birds working with everything in Bloomburrow. Oh, wait a minute. How are they casting Phineas? What's even... Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't know what's happening. But that's okay. That's alright. I mean, I've been interested to see how people can use birds. All the lists I put together are very clunky right now. So, I don't have a clue. Alright, cash grab. They're filling up their graveyard. What are they going to return here? It's got to be a creature of some kind, right? Treeguard Duo. Until end of turn, target creature you control gains Vigilance and XX Rex the number of creatures you control. Well, we're going to... Oh, don't want to do that. And then we attack. Get rid of whatever scary thing they can bring back. Maybe Zoraline, probably. Alright, that didn't feel terrible. That thing's a 3/4, which gets to be a 4/5. Ugh. Yep. That bad boy's gonna get equipped up. Oh, it's only when it enters it gives the bonus? Wow, that's actually not great. Well, I guess we just do this then. In the meantime. And we will draw a card. What's weird is milling them is probably helping their deck. Alright. Cool. Why not? Pass turn. That thing naturally has Vigilance and Reach. Heaped Harvest, you search for a land and get a food. Alright, well, they're going to have extra life, so it's going to be hard to finish this situation. Jolly Gerbils, a 2/3. Whenever you gift, draw a card. Okay. That is a magic card. I mean, I might admit, the opponent's kind of doing some stuff here. Finding a way to make this all work together. Alright, this doesn't have trample. So we're going to block. Then we're going to sacrifice this, and I'm going to get rid of the short bow. Mill them for some more. Alright. And then now we can attack with this. And if they double block to kill it, then, you know, is what it is. I will attack with these two. Actually, I'm going to attack with everything. Because we'll have another artifact come into the battlefield. Probably this is the biggest thing, so sure. So now I have Deathtouch on the Wormlet. And blocking the 1/1s is fine. If they wanted to do that, they'd just be dead. Alright, that works for us. Then we get more food. We'll sack a food to draw a card. Have them mill some more. Alright, play a land. Cool. Everything kind of did what it was supposed to do there. But, yeah, opponent's deck is very interesting. Alright, so they're going to gain 3 life. Go get another land. Heaped Harvest is kind of a cool card. I think you can see that in some mid-rangey, you know, maybe Sultai type decks that are trying to ramp. Give you some life while getting you a couple of lands. Innkeeper's Talent with nobody in the inn is not good. The inn's pretty empty right now. So yeah, for a second I thought they were just doing a budget list, but this actually, I mean, has a few real cards in it that they just, yeah, okay. I mean, they could always just have a kill card for this too. Let's get rid of this thing. There it is. Seems fine. Alright, let's sack a food, draw a card. Mill the opponent again. Man, it's weird, but this is doing what it's supposed to. Hit the opponent. Alright. What is that card? Treetop Sentries. Sure. Well, they can definitely forage. We put a bunch of stuff in their yard. Yeah, I think if there's any deck that's played the most Bloomburrow cards, it's the opponent's deck. It is the Bloomburrow deck. Playing all the different squad. I guess it doesn't have mice in there, but... Oh, actually, no, it did have one of the mice, right? Because that's what the little thing that when you... Oh, well, has carrot cake for rabbits. Oh, it had the gerbils, the hamsters or whatever. Okay. Sure. You got it. Okay, that's interesting. We get to play this. And then we can play this and draw a card. Oh, that's also cute. Alright, let's go ahead and sack a food to draw first. As if we really need to mill the opponent anymore here. That's not bad either. Okay, so this has ward. This does not. Let's go ahead, sack of food, target this. We used to have an endless supply of food happening here too. What is that thing? Bone horror. Oh, it's because you can exile it. Okay, sure. Then, yeah, we go attacking. And that should do it, because we have 2 points in hand. And generate more resources. Alright, I think as we get into the ranked games, we're going to need these to be faster. Okay, let's do it to it. I am going to just play this. I'm going to try to minimize the damage we're taking here, just in case. You know, it wasn't a cut down, so I will take it for what that's worth. Oh man, I kind of do want Decadent Dragon here though. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'll probably hate myself later for that, but okay. I was gonna play the Tarian's Journal, but now we'll just do this. And see if maybe we get to do something fun next turn. Deep Cavern Bat. Well, that's unfortunate. We are going to lose our Extruder. Okay, well, we got another one of those. That's interesting, at least. Let's go attacking. Alright. This is usually where we see, like, Liliana or something. Oh, it's an Ashnod. That, okay. So they're going heavy on Legends, I would assume, because I can't think of too many other reasons you'd be playing Ashnod there. So if you don't have lands in hand, maybe you have some on the top of your library. I'd love to borrow one. Oh, you had multiples. Thanks. Was not anticipating such things. Pass a turn. I don't think it's worth just giving you a Wormlet there. Well, alright, you get my Decadent Dragon. Unfortunate. But it's a thing. Oh, wait, no, the Decadent Dragon's exiled. You actually don't get my Decadent Dragon. Okay. I think I will just play the dragon. Pass the turn. Alright, they have access to more black here. Glissa. Alright, well. Looks like our duders are going to be stuck on ice for a second. Oh, that's a good one to have here, though. If we're going to have something. Let's attack. Get our treasure. Gain life. Opponent might block. Nope. Alright, we're going to play a freebooter. Play a tap land. I could make a treasure during their turn, but I think I'm just going to level this up. And the bottom level's 3. I guess we could do that. But I don't really have anything I'm trying to get. That's not true. I do have a Decadent Dragon. Do I want to sack this, draw a card? That's a real question. I think I'm just going to end the turn. I didn't want to sack that enough with only 2 mana up anyway with them playing discard spells, so this was fine. Yeah, we're obviously blocking. Juice our stuff up. Get some more life. I guess another Wormlet's fine. It's not really what we're in the market for, but it'll do. Preacher. A bunch of Deathtouch things. Alright, fair enough. Let's go ahead. At this point, we will crack one of these. One of the treasure. Nice. Okay, there we go. Now we can start talking about doing some things. What if we were to do this? Grow all those dudes, get this dead. Attack with this. Make a treasure. Grow all the things. Let's see. I can use 2 mana and I still have a treasure available. I have 2 treasure available. So let's go ahead and kill off one of the other potential Deathtouchers. And we'll end the turn. You have a shielded, friend. Yeah, if that's all that's coming over, great. We can live with that. We will auto pay. And we'll go ahead and crack a food because we're gaining plenty of life here. Mill 2 more things. Mill 2 more things. Alright, we're getting some stupid big creatures here. We will draw a card. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Love to see it. Let's go ahead, sacrifice a thing. We will kill Glissa. Sack this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Did I not? Oh, I have to pay black. Yeah, sure. Auto pay. That's fine. Sack this. Sure. Opponent mills 2. Alright. Then we attack these. Because why not? I mean, they have to block or they die, so whatever. Taking 11? Sure. I mean, they can draw cards on their turn, so, you know, it's a thing. And then, oh, crap. I messed up. I could have made another point. Oh, no, they'd already gotten a counter. It didn't matter anyway. Yeah, that felt oddly grindy, but once we stabilized, it was just like we never really fell behind. We just kept gaining life. Yeah, weird. Okay, well, we got one against Golgari. That's good. All right, no green mana, but we'll keep it. We can technically produce a green by killing our own freebooter. Don't know how likely we are to do that, but we can. Wow, I have to exile a card. I guess it'll be this. Fabled. Okay. I guess we'll go ahead. Why not? We'll get a forest, and then that at least gives us all of our colors. And Bandit's Talent, sure. We'll get rid of this. Alright, well, at least you know what we're up against now. And we have Terran's Journal that could draw some cards, so that's something. Alright, let's get this down. Let's play this. Let's attack. I'm actually not going to get rid of my freebooter here in case they have Liliana. Oh, well, that's unfortunate, but that's cool. We get rid of that thing. That sucked for us. Alright. Oh, wait. Let me go ahead and get a land out first, probably. As I guess a swamp. Don't know how I feel about this. But it's kind of the only thing we can do. Ygra. I mean, you know what? Sure. Like, that sounds a little crazy. But we did produce a treasure that we can now use this for. I mean, they can obviously still play Liliana, force us to sack something. It's whatever, but... Oh, Shieldred. Well, I guess we can just run and gun with the Shieldred? Like, it's not great. Oh, maybe we don't have to. Let's sack... Let's target this. Sack this. That grows our Ygra. We'll attack. Alright. This was a interesting sequence, to say the least. Aclazotz. Alright. That is definitely a thing. Alright, we'll at least do this. So our Wormlet has Deathtouch. Wait, does it not have Deathtouch? Other creatures are food artifacts. Wait. Why is this not a food? It is a food. Oh, so it's other creatures are food. Oh, I got it. Sure. That makes sense. All right. Okay, cool. Ygra got there. Yeah, I don't know what their hand would have been unless they were just drawing a lot of lands. That's the only thing I can think. Or it was a bunch of discard stuff and my hand was already empty. You know, one or the other. But yeah, all right, score 1 for Ygra. We'll take that. Let's keep it. Oh, opposing freebooters. You don't see that too often. Oh, so this is just mono black aggro of some sort. Alright, we'll play a freebooter. Oh, I should have played Scavenging Talent first. Because then if they would have responded to kill our freebooter, we get one less trigger. So, ended up not being a thing, but that could have been a mistake. Yep, sure, you got it. You know the sad part? I know what I'm about to do, and I feel like they're going to draw Shieldred right after I use this, but I feel like I also can't not use it, you know? Alright, so we're going to hold on to that treasure. Let's sacrifice a food. Target that. Auto-pay. Because if they don't have it and it's just removal, then cool. That's not like the worst thing, right? Let's go ahead and do this. Pass the turn. I mean, I don't know. I should have sacked my thing because it's not like I'm going to block their freebooter. You know what I mean? Like, I should have just taken my card. Yeah, that was kind of dopey and silly. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's play this. Let's play this. Guess I could have drawn my card first, because I might have gotten a tap land here. Do I have 2 red? I don't have 2 red yet. I only have 1. I'll still leave it on top, though. I think that's fine. Because we'll draw it here. And yeah, we just... I mean, I guess I could try to double mill them. But I might want to also cast a dragon. I'm just going to have to pass. Like, there's too many things. Like, I might want to cast a dragon. I might want to crack a food. Like, whatever. Alright, down to 7. Okay. Let's see what you got over there, opponent. Alright, that actually kind of sort of helps here. Question is, do I need to crack that for... Man, I only got 2 lands from them. I was hoping one of them was going to be a real spell, is the problem. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it. I don't love it, but if I can get to something like a Wormlet, maybe. I mean, they're probably holding a lot of removal, but... Okay. I mean... This kind of does a thing, right? I mean, we have treasure. Like... And we get 2 life when we sack it, so it doesn't even hurt us that much to get rid of the Harbinger. Or the Flesh Gorger, I mean. So, like, that's... I mean, if they have a way to save the Flesh Gorger, like, we're effed, but... I mean, it is what it is. We block. We sack it. Oh, it has to be a non-creature? Oh, no. Well, now we have to do it anyway to target one of our own things, I think. Oh, that sucks. That hurts a lot. I shouldn't have blocked. I forgot it was a non-creature. Ah. Oh, gosh. No, I'll just block it. They get described, but sure. I already goofed up. Oh, I'm going to lose this one to my own mistake. That's terrible. I mean, I have enough life. I mean, so we're not dead, right? Like, we can stay afloat, but... this is tough. Alright. Let's go ahead and crack a food. Do we even need to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just take our turn here. Oh, that's... Hold on. How many cards? The opponent still has 42. Okay, so we need to level one up. Okay, maybe. We know this is dying, right? There's no way they don't have a removal card holding that many things. Oh, thanks, Arena. I guess I forgot. Thanks for doing that for me, though. Arena was correct there. I just forgot I was going to have to sack a treasure. And I should have done this first so I could mill them for 2 more cards. Later, though, I could also get to play stuff out of the graveyard, so I could make them have to keep killing a dragon. Depending. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Oh, wait. Can't do that. Alright. Okay, the backside is I can cast a creature spell from a graveyard. If I do, it enters with a finality counter. I mean, I'd just really be getting back freebooters, but those don't help right now, so I'm just going to straight up draw a card. And that mills the opponent twice. Okay. I mean, Decking and Dragon's way dead. Like, we know that. Like, there was no illusions of us getting to hold that card. Alright, we have a lot of food, y'all. We might be able to mill the opponent out. That's 7, 8 times 4 is 32. It's real close. We're not there yet, but we are right on the precipice. That's a dictionary word. Y'all gotta go look that up. Alright, let's crack one of these, because we get the credit anyway. So opponent mills 8. I mean, we might be able to do this, y'all. Oh yeah, because we could sack our lands. Never mind. We're Gucci. I'm like just double checking if there's anything we want to do here, but I think now I'm just like playing with my food. Because I'm thinking those are just removal cards in their hand anyway. So yeah, we're good. Alright, they've got what left? 12? 23. Alright, 23 cards. We have 20. Yeah, let's do it. We're going in. Sacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 4 is 36. That's way more than enough. Whew, that's a lot of triggers, friends. I feel bad we have to click all these, but, you know, that's how Arena works. Man. Whoo. This is a big comeback. John Mill, man. It's a thing. It's working. I don't know what to say. Like, click, 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 click. All right, we got them all. Nine cards, 7 cards, 5 cards, 3 cards, 1 card. We did it. Oh, sick. All right, and we'll just play this for insurance purposes. All right, cool. I don't know, man. This deck's wild. Like, it feels like it shouldn't work. But, I mean, we didn't even have a creature stick that game, really, of any significance, but somehow still got there. So, Hey, a win's a win. Oh, okay. Let's try. Man, Fable Passage is a little bit weird in here because we want to have 1 mana things, you know, and get those out early. But at the same time, it also is a thing that we're sacrificing and whatever. So I don't know. I think you still have to play it though, especially with us being 3 colors and all that. So I think the plan here is we're just gonna get a forest. Next turn we're gonna play Wormlet, Haywire Might, and then we'll just have to figure it out from there, you know? And we're just gonna go ahead and stick to the plan. Nothing too crazy. We got a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it's at least a plan. And sometimes it's all you can go with. Alright. So seeing a lot of Golgari stuff. This may not be just Golgari, but we're definitely seeing a lot of that on the ladder these first couple of days of the new season for whatever reason. Alright. So how dead is our Wormlet, I think is the first question. Go get lucky and get an untapped Black Source, too. That'd be real nice with the Decadent Dragon. Well, it won't last long, whatever. So, maybe. We'll see. Depends on what they do. I do have an Annihilating Glare and an Artifact already out, so they might want that. But I don't have any black mana, so it could be safe to take the Wormlet here. Okay, well, situation is what it is. Here we go. Probably shouldn't be attacking with the Haywire Might here, but it's kind of what this hand forced us into. All right, not a good start. Not a good start. Preacher. Okay. All right. I was gonna say, oh, and it's tapped. Are you kidding? Oh no. Ah, that sucks. Maybe we can get lucky, get an extruder here, kill the bat, use one of the Annihilating Glares to sack the Haywire Might to kill something else. And that would kind of set us up a little bit. Pillage the bog. All right, they're going digging. Yeah, I mean, we're not blocking for obvious reasons. All right, come on, deck. We have answers. Can we find some? Surveilling. Okay. They lost a cut down. That does not help us to the level that we want. All right, so here's what we're going to do. See if you got an untapped Black Source on top, opponent. That's what I want to know. They do not. Ugh. But they did have a Flesh Gorger. So I don't want to sound too unappreciative. Oh, weird. Okay, sure. Okay, so we can play their Flesh Gorger, then what? Sadly, I think we just have to glare away the Preacher. Oh, well now that's a different problem we got to deal with. Ugh. Alright. Yeah. Man, our draw was just too slow here. I mean, we can still get there, but it's going to be very, very difficult. I mean, they just drew a pile of extra cards. We've not even pressured their life total at all. Okay. All right. GG's. We can move on. We're not coming back now. And before the comments get started, I just want to include that, like, yes, we could have played on and tried to draw Gix's command or whatever, but I actually like getting more games into the video, especially with a deck like this that we haven't seen very much of. And the deck's performed pretty well up to this point. And mostly it's just showing you how it can win or how it can lose. And I'm kind of okay if we lose this one. It's not that big of a deal. And even if we did win, it would end up being one of these really long epic games from this point because the opponent's got a full grip and we have to get lucky on some top decks and all that stuff. And the video was already going to be really long at this point, so I'm kind of okay with this. But yes, I know it's going to upset some people, but hey, that's just the way it is sometimes. It's a little bit of an early concession, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, I think the biggest problem, I'm going to keep this, that this deck has actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is the mana. I think I may be right in the feelings I have around Fabled Passage in this deck. I think it also needs to be maxing out all of its multi-lanes. It's not really doing that either, which I think is a little bit of a problem. Might as well do this and just max the food we're going to get, right? No attacks. I don't know that we can survive this, but, you know, we're going to just give it the old college try. Wait, they don't have pump spells here? Because otherwise they're attacking with the hero, right? If they have pump spells. Oh, so their hand's all the creature half somehow? Oh, this is weird. I don't think I've ever played against the red decks and had that happen. Yeah, I guess we leave the mana? This got weird real fast for me, and I'm very uncomfortable right now. We're going to have to crack the treasure to play this. So we'll do this and play another treasure. And then I'll play this, and we'll level one of these up. Pass the turn. I mean, they're going to draw something, right? That either kills a thing and something's just not... Okay, there you go. And then land and a lightning strike, which they could use next turn. I mean, I guess this is where I'm supposed to block. Because otherwise, we're losing it to the lightning strike next turn, right? Man, Ygra would be kind of nice here, right? Big old body. Sure. Mill the opponent. Kill this duder. Actually, I probably should have killed the Heartfire hero. That could end up being a little bit of a mistake. Yeah, let's pass. They don't have anything that pumps yet unless they just drew it. I don't like giving up food against mono red, but I think we're going to have to. Yeah, we get lightning striked. That's a real thing. Alright, we will give up a food here. See what happens. Mill the opponent. Oh, can I not block this guy? Oh, I must have clicked too many times through. Stupid, stupid. That's my fault. Let's level this one. Oh, it's already at level 2. This one goes to level 2. And I will just get rid of this creature now. So let's sacrifice an artifact. Mill. We'll take one. And I'm willing to attack. I mean, we got some food. We'll try to figure out the situation. Well, that's cute. I have to imagine they don't have too many lands. Maybe their hand is a bunch of lands. I don't know. Let's see what you got. If you can give me at least one untapped land on top. Okay, excellent. Love to see it. End the turn. So then we'll make us a 3/3. And then we may start trying to do things with their slick shots. Alright, cool. We'll take that. Right, I decided while playing this that I'm probably going to have this deck just be called the Food Mill. Because that's really what it is. Now, overall, the deck does work. So I don't want to knock it. Like, this is kind of a sweet idea. It's quirky, and you got to figure out like the different lines of play, but it's kind of cool. Now, what I will say is the lands are not right. Um, I would definitely, because, and here's the problem, like, because people talk sometimes like, why don't creators we talk more about mana bases or whatever? Here's one where we're talking about mana bases. This deck, if you look, it has 4 freebooters, it has 4 scavengers talent, 3 haywire might, 4 teething wormlet, right? The greedy freebooter, the scavenger's talent, and the wormlet, we kind of all want those out on turn 1, right? We could wait on haywire might because there's nothing to target. It'll help grow the wormlet on turn 2 or 3. But we want to have those untapped lands early, right? Same thing when you get to turn 2, right? We have Journal that could sack the freebooter to start getting us the treasure and the cards or whatever. We have Scoundrel that could start building up treasure. We have Extruder that can kill something, right? And that's big when you're talking about playing against mono red, the Boros mice, whatever, right? That's a big deal. But when we're playing stuff like Fable Passage, we can't do those things. If we get a 2-mana hand, we can't do those things on turn 2, right? That's a problem. The other thing is, I don't know that we need to worry too much about our lands being tapped later. Don't get me wrong, like, we do want to have some extra stuff there, but we do have things that are dying and making treasure and whatever else, so we could be a little crazier with our multi-lands. Like, there's not as much of a punishment because we have all those other things making treasure along the way. And we don't have a lot of really expensive spells. Like Pitiless Carnage, we could actually plot if we need to, right? So it could be tucked away till later. And then we have Decadent Dragon, which also is 3 that we can get stuff from the opponent that can maybe get us other resources. So really, only casting the dragon the hard way and playing Ygra are the only 2 expensive things in the deck. So we should just be maxing these out. And I feel like while Fable Passage is nice, I don't know that we need 4 of them if we want them at all. I will say this, though, about the Fable Passage, is when you've leveled up Scavenger's Talent to at least level 2, that does matter, right? Because it is another way to mill the opponent for 2 more cards or 4 more cards, right? If you have multiples out. So that's real, but I just don't know if it's... There's only 4 of them, you know what I mean? But the hindrance that they cause to the progression of the deck feels more problematic than the benefit we get of just milling 2 cards, if that makes sense. So I'm tempted to just say we don't need Fable Passages. If we do, I'm definitely going down to at least 2. We also have more red and black than we do green. We only really have 6 green cards. So we really could get by with like a forest, right? We really want... Don't get me wrong, you do want to get Wormlet early, but if we're going to do that, let's just maximize these Blooming Marsh. Let's maximize the Copperline Gorge. You know, let's go ahead and get the Blackleaf Cliffs maxed out. An extra Llanowar Waste isn't bad. It's a black source, but then like we can cut a couple from here, cut one thing. So now we have 3 swamp, 2 mountain, 1 forest. Still 2 Fable Passages if you want them. Again, I don't know that we need them, but I'm not opposed to having them. Right? A couple of Restless Cottage is fine. Every once in a while to pop up. It's a thing you can use late in the game. It generates a food. It kind of fits what the deck's doing. The only other thing I would say is if you wanted to find something for the deck that cared about food necessarily, like there could be some other options potentially. You know, Tough Cookie, just giving you more 4/4s to fight with. Things like that. You know, maybe Bristlebud Farmer could allow you to dig for your dragon or your Ygra or another teething wormlet, right? This is actually pretty sweet if you wanted to play that. So I think the deck has options, you know, as the metagame shifts, or even if you say, hey, I don't care that much about Haywire Might, maybe I want Vine Reap Mentor. However, I wouldn't rush to cut Haywire Might because you are still going to be worried about temporary lockdown, because then that can get rid of your Scavenger's Talent, stuff like that. So don't be too quick to just dismiss the Haywire Might, or even to play it too soon in some matchups, because you might need it later in the game. So that's a big deal. But overall, I think to me, the biggest issue was just the land more than anything else. And I think cutting the Fable Passages back for more just multiple multi-lands here is actually a big deal. And this leaves you 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green sources you can have in your opener and still be able to cast like Wormlet on one, and then a bunch of lands if you want to be able to cast like the Freebooter or the Talent early. So I think this works better. Personally, if given my druthers, as they say, I would personally, I'm going to leave Fabled Passage in because, you know, this was somebody else's deck, so I don't want to completely take it apart. But if I were to play this again, I would cut both Fabled Passages, and I would probably play like 2 more Land of War Wastes, just to increase the odds that on turn 1 or 2, actually I say that, I'd probably play like 1 more Land of War Waste, and one, probably some, like the red-green land or something. But I don't know. It'd probably just be 2 more Land of War Waste. Because really, it's the Wormlet and the Scavenger's Talent and the Freebooter you're trying to get out on turn 1 that really make the ship go. So that'd be my change. I would cut the last 2 Fabled Passages for 2 more Land of War Waste. And we don't care about the damage that much. While it is a hindrance sometimes against mono red, we do have a bunch of ways to make food. We have Wormlet, we have Haywire Might, so we can get out of some awkward situations. But yeah, I at least wanted to spend some time talking about that because I think the mana was the one spot that I thought the deck was a little bit weak. But this was cool. This was something different. This is why we like doing those streams where people bring us decks. And again, if you want to get help with your deck, if you're a level 3 member on YouTube, as a YouTube member, you can send the deck list directly. Matter of fact, earlier today, before I did this video, I was sending messages back with somebody to help them out with a deck. Or you can hop in the Discord for free. Link is in the description, and you can just go into the standard section, post your deck list, and everybody will help you out with it. So lots of options that can help you out if it's free, or if you just want to do something to support the channel. And I think our level 3 memberships are like $4.99, so they're still pretty cheap. But the deck we're going to post up here is 4 Annihilating Glare, 4 Greedy Freebooter, 4 Scavenger's Talent, which, milling the opponent out, turned out to be a viable strategy. 3 Haywire Might, 4 Teething Wormlet, 2 Tarian's Journal, 4 Charming Scoundrel, 4 Legion Extruder, 3 Pitiless Carnage, 3 Decadent Dragon, 2 Ygra, Eater of All, 3 Swamp, 2 Mountain, 1 Forest, 4 Black Cleave Cliffs, 4 Blooming Marsh, 1 Land of War Waste, 2 Restless Cottage, 4 Copperline Gorge, and 2 Fabled Passage. However, like I said, I would be considering cutting the Fabled Passage for some more multi-lands. Another quick note about this deck is that you can struggle against some of the aggro decks if you're on the draw, so you kind of have to play really tight and really creative, and you're going to have to lean on the food really difficult, right? Like really hard. So it's just kind of the way this deck plays. So keep that in mind that you could be in a disadvantage when you're on the draw against some of these hyper aggro decks that you're going to see on the ladder. In those cases, you do want to stick like Ygra or Dragon or something just really early to kind of slow stuff down and give you a chance to set up and get more of that food. And obviously, this used a few different cards from Bloomburrow to really make it go, but we also got to see another deck that played a sweet card in the infamous Cruel Claw from Bloomburrow, and it actually did some sweet things when you're getting to play stuff for free, so check that out. But that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.